Welcome back to the 99 Jeep Grand Cherokee project. I should say, yeah, Grand Cherokee Limited Edition. There's a whole bunch of work we do in this, and today we're focusing on a very common problem, right? It's an airbag. This is Doc Torque, by the way. It's Uncle Jake, and it has to do with the airbag light, right, coming on?
Yeah, it's really common in these vehicles, especially with as old as they are now, that the airbag light comes on for no particular reason. And when the airbag light's on, it means that something about the airbag system is not functioning correctly, and so they won't deploy. So, you know, it's a safety thing, plus it's annoying to have it go ding all the time when you're driving.
Oh, does it ding every time?
Yeah, it dings every time it comes on, so it does it right away when you start the vehicle. Sometimes it goes out for a while, but then when I'm going around a corner, it comes back on and dings again.
Oh, man.
And so, you know, there are a few different things that can cause the airbag light to come on, but this is a really common one. And I figure since it's happening when I'm steering, it's probably, you know, the clock spring is involved.
Yeah, and there just wasn't much on the internet for this. There were some videos which were always appreciated, but they were really tough to see what was going on.
Yeah, the videos that were out there weren't the greatest. There's some decent ones, but we were hoping to kind of show.
Yeah, we want to show you guys
what really happens on these.
Oh, I have a question. So when that airbag comes on, does that mean the airbag is not working?
Correct.
Ooh,
if the airbag light is on, it means that there's something about the airbag system is non-functional and they will not deploy.
That's not cool. Boy, get that fixed. So let's talk about what you've got here, because this is the replacement part, correct?
This is the replacement part. I got it from Dorman. There's the part number.
We'll get a link.
We can get a link on that.
Yeah.
But this one here is supposed to be correct for this. We'll see when we get it open. But I think what they did is they made one that works for a bunch of different options. So in any case, this is what magically allows electrical current to run to all the switches in the steering wheel. So
and still be able to turn it.
Yeah, you can turn the steering wheel.
This is a really good question. Have you ever thought about that? How do wires get through the steering wheel? I mean, I think some people think maybe the wires just twist up and untwist, but that's not what actually happens.
Well, some people, I don't know, I haven't torn one of these apart. Maybe we can tear the old one apart and see.
Ooh, I like that.
But some people say there's like a ribbon cable in here that is able to go a certain number of turns in each direction.
Mm-hmm.
And once that goes back and forth enough times, the work hardens and cracks, and then certain parts of the electrical current don't flow correctly.
Well,
but I don't know for sure.
And that must be what this is, because that's like a safety pin. Right?
Yeah, there's a pin here that I think when you pull it out, it's like holding something that's spring loaded that you can't pull it until you're ready. Once it's installed,
and then that just sort of unwinds or something. So
something happens magically.
So don't touch that one.
This is
magic. You get it? It's magic. Yeah, we might open it up. The magic dust is obviously mostly gone from the other one, but
yeah, as long as this one works when we're done, we might cut the old one open.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, let's make sure this one works first before we start turning apart the one. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to work on this. Anytime you're working on a airbag. You know, that thing, anytime you're working on an airbag, step one is always, always, always disconnect the battery. What you do not want is for this or any of the airbags to go off in your face.
Yeah.
Watch some videos of people doing dumb stuff like sitting on airbags and launching them like dozen feet in the air. It's bad. They're bad. You seen people getting wrecks? They got all black eyes? Yeah. And if you're taking this out, it's going to be much closer to your face. That's why they always say you should have your airbag as far away from you, your seat set with your airbag as far away from you as possible.
And they also say, it used to be 10 and 2. They say you should actually be, 9 and 3.
Is that why they say that?
So your arms can go like this.
What? Really? That's why they say that?
When the airbag goes off.
You heard it here first. Today, right now.
So
you might have heard it before that. Okay. And you're taking off which one first?
This is the negative.
Negative
I'm taking off first. Actually, now that we have this, I'll just do this.
There you go. Perfect.
So now it's insulated, can't accidentally touch. Yeah. Then we need to wait at least 2 minutes before we do anything with the airbag.
Yeah, maybe we should even turn the ignition on just to have it try to pull any charge residual. All right, so here's why. Is there a residual charge somewhere? Is it in the airbag? Is it in the system? Is it anywhere where we could blow off our faces with that airbag?
Yeah, is there a capacitance stored somewhere in the system?
Yeah, capacitors. Yeah, like old tube televisions that stored enough in there to kill you, literally. Next step is removing 2 pieces on here. It's the airbag and then it's this little casement around here. So I'm gonna take the airbag out first. So that's why we got this little extension here. And what was this? Did we decide it was a
8mm?
8mm, okay. So
do this side so we can see.
Can you see? Should I turn this down? I think you can see it right there. So Look how close I am to the airbag here. Do you see why now I don't
want it to go, let go?
I don't want it to let go.
Tightening.
I am tightening it, and the next thing is just checking. It was tight, confirmed.
Just like when I was taking the
Confirmed.
taking the negative off the battery.
Exactly.
cable.
Well, first we have to find out. Yep. There we go. Awesome.
So that's one bolt.
I'll put
out.
that in the magnetic tray, which I love very much.
And then there's another one over on that side that we're not going to necessarily film. We'll
Nah,
just look at
there's
your
two of
face,
those.
See how you're holding your tongue.
Yeah. No, I think this one will. Okay. Now these are so scary. These are very, very scary. So this yellow one actually just popped out. We got to figure out, we thought that there was something that clipped that holds that, which makes sense that it doesn't pop out easy because the other side's got a screw that goes up through the bottom to prevent it. So we'll figure that out in a moment. But this one right here, sometimes when you have a clip like this on the top where you got to press this down and slide it out, you can just press back here where the actual clip is. It's sometimes easier and just slide that out like that. That was far easier. And then out comes your
airbag
monkey's
that you
uncle.
Carefully put away somewhere. So
Yeah,
not
yeah.
inside the vehicle.
Exactly. So let's go put this airbag away. I don't even like it on my lap. Somewhere safe.
Wimp.
Yes, I am a wimp when it comes to airbags.
So the next thing you're going to need to do is take that big nut out in the middle,
Take that baby off
which
right
is
here.
21 millimeter.
21 millimeter. And Dr. Torch just gave this little, probably let go of my arm
Careful with
for
the,
a gift. Isn't that
lining
nice?
up the hole.
21, and it's a Craftsman, no less. Let's take this off and stop talking. Oh boy, that's a pretty big torque. This is a impact. What is this thing? Impact driver impact
Sure.
wrench. Anyway, it's pretty big, and that did not come off that easy. So I'm really glad we didn't have to wrench that by hand. Okay, so that's out.
Basically, normally on a steering wheel, there's holes that are drilled and tapped for putting a steering wheel puller on, but
Yeah.
this does not have them. But you want to hook the two hooks back behind the steering wheel itself.
Yeah,
And try to
that's about as
see
good.
what's going on. And
Let's
then
see.
you thread that in until it touches the...
It lines up straight.
So
So I think getting that in and then pressing these out, that feels pretty good. Let me borrow this side. That looks about even on both sides. I don't think we're going to get it in any more than that.
okay.
So that's good.
And then you want to tighten on this one.
Yeah, so that's because we want this to push in, which then pulls this out, which will then, since it's hooked to this, pull everything out, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Here we go, ready?
Hold your breath.
Whoa.
Oh, slipped loose. Felt something, it actually broke it right here, I think.
I thought I saw
steering
pieces.
wheel.
Yeah, it did.
That is so tight, that's crazy. Did it move at all?
I don't know. Let's see if this is any looser. I mean, I can get this under now a little further. So, well, that's a little scary.
Yeah, this is the hardest part of the whole thing.
I mean, maybe we should do it by hand? What do you think?
People had a really hard time.
See, it's starting to turn. It's starting to pull to this side, which is where I don't want to mess that up. Whoops. It keeps going for a minute after you let go. So for some reason, it's like pulling over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want it to do that because that's a side that came loose. But there we go. That went in further. What are we doing? I mean, it's turning.
Is it moving it over?
I don't know, is it? I cannot tell. I mean, I can loosen it up and probably...
Go get a hammer. Whoa! There it went!
Holy smokes, did you get that?
I hope so.
Holy
I'm
cow.
not sure. That just like,
Ooh.
it was under enough stress, it finally broke loose and the whole thing
Wow.
popped out.
Wow.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hope I got that.
That was surprising. I went over there and it was just like, I heard this big old wham. Even through these, it was loud. Well, there you go. So
Oh man, the steering wheel's not good anymore.
now we've screwed everything.
Yeah.
So this is just what? How? This is all attached to the button, so I guess, I mean, there's a chance I can get that out a little bit to give us some slack. We need some slack here. Give us some, cut us some slack, man.
Slack.
Yeah, you should cut some slack, you slacker. Nope, that did nothing because it goes down this side. So that's all we're gonna get. Unless we can just, unless these aren't hooked in difficultly. Oh, nope. Awesome. That's not screwed in like this one. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, well, that's out. Wonderful. Boy, I didn't need a hammer. We just had to spray.
Yeah, get a hammer. No, I'm gonna let go. Don't hit me.
Well, that was a bit of a surprise, but it's off now, so that's cool. And now you can see why we have to take this off, because there's bolts, right, Tom, like behind this?
Yeah, there's 2 bolts that hold it on, like here and here-ish. And then there should be wires that go in the back side of it, too.
So
we have to take off the screw on the bottom here.
Yep.
And this comes off, or this snaps apart.
Yeah, now, a couple things here, too. Some people worry about getting the string on incorrectly, but if you look here, there's a groove right there on the top and bottom. So this one's kind of cool. The only thing you could do is get it, I guess, 180 off. But
if even then, they might be different.
They might be different, yeah. And you can see this has a couple of arrows too. There's an arrow here and an arrow here. Remember, I turned the steering wheel slightly so I could get that off. So that's nice that those kind of line up. I don't know if we'll need that, but yeah, that goes with the steering wheel. So okay, so let's get this off then, and keep this project moving. Now that that exploded off and was very exciting. So this is easy. This is just one screw. You want to get a light down there for me?
I'm fine.
There you go.
That should just snap apart.
I'm gonna put this in our magnetic tray.
I think right here. And then on the other side there should be.
There's a little.
Yeah, it might not be as broken on the other side.
Yeah, I don't want to like mess this up.
You can see what the snap is like if you look right here. Right here.
Oh, so does it?
It just pulls apart.
Does it just pull apart? Okay. That's a lot of pulling. On a wider one. There we go. See? No problem once you have the right tool. All right, so that's out. Beautiful.
So now, right here and right here, I think, are the 2 screws.
2 Phillips screws. Okay. Done and done. Okay.
So now the clock spring itself is unbolted, but I think there's wires on the back side.
Yeah, it feels like there is. Yeah, right here. Okay. So let's get that little screwdriver again. Here's another example of where I just press this in and out. There we go. And this one right here. This one, oh, this one, the second one, is a press down on the top. So this first one is a press in from the bottom. This one's a press down, squeeze from the top. There we go, got it. Okay.
Now the clock spring is uninstalled.
It's out.
It still has a Chrysler part number on it, so it's probably the original one to the vehicle.
Yeah. So before we open this up, we're gonna make sure the other one works. Okay, so we're gonna put this in. We still have that locked. I think that's just, I think more and more that's just to make sure that it's comes lined up.
Center.
It hasn't spinned one full turn or something, one full radius, yeah. To where then when you turn it, it doesn't have the range.
So I want to put it on like this.
Yep.
And get those.
And see, there we go. I can't turn those to line up because this is in place. But I think it's okay if we pull this because all that is doing is making sure it's not one rotation, one revolution off.
Okay.
Right?
Probably. I don't know.
So we're going to pull this safety pin and we're going to see if it blows. Safety pin out. Ready? And it doesn't come out all the way. And I can line it up though. But yeah, so you got to pull this out. Okay, it just didn't come out all the way. Okay, great. You got a screwdriver?
I think that's one of the short ones.
I'm not going to go full tight yet.
So those 3 pins need to line up with 3 notches on the underside of there.
And looks like there's a safety here. Well, never mind. That doesn't matter. Yeah.
So now that that's all, you know, engaged and tight.
Locked in and locked in. Done and done.
Okay.
Okay, now we need, and so I think we just need to get that to go up here through the hole.
And something needs to come out that way and plug into here, don't they?
Yeah, but I think I can just do that once I'm in here.
Where's your light?
Yeah, let's shed a little light on this subject. So that's the only thing that needs to go into that, and then these both plug into the airbag.
Okay.
So let's just check a few other things. We didn't come anything loose. Nope. Looks good. That looks good. That's definitely in. That's in. And so now we bolt this down.
Yep.
Washer's still on. It might be built in.
We'll nut it down. Yeah, it might be part of the steering wheel.
So there we go. I think that's it. So what we got to do is plug these babies back in. I don't want to hold that place. And let's make sure I line this up. So this was straight up and down.
See.
And it kind of does clip in. I mean, you do feel a little bit of a pop in there, and then this guy goes right up here, and then that's it. Okay, now lining these up, it just kind of slides in. There isn't really a whole lot to line up. You don't have to worry about honking the horn because the battery's unplugged.
Beep, beep.
And then we just got to put those bolts back in.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like a flat spot on this where the bolt kept wanting to feel like it go, you know, like, how do I describe this? It's like slanted back, but there's nowhere for the bolt to go. It has to be pulled towards the front of the vehicle. And then as soon as now I know how to do that, it goes right in. So that's it. I was trying to angle, and see the angle? This is really important. See, that's way out, and I was turned way back.
Yeah, you're trying to go almost like 90 degrees to the person seated in the vehicle, and it's pointed more towards the door.
Yep, and then there you go. That's in by hand. I definitely would do it by hand rather than...
Hot bottom mirror.
Oh, dang it, you probably screwed that up.
Probably.
Now I gotta tighten this, you know what I'm saying?
You should probably tighten.
Yeah. Great, so now we got to put this on, right?
Sure.
And that's the bottom. This is the top because it's got that hole in it. What is this? What is that?
Emergency flashers.
Oh, that's your flashers, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, done. We don't even need the bottom.
Let's go.
That's just for show. Lined up in there like nobody's business.
Like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, like once you do it once. And now, I guess we take it out for a test drive, huh? To make sure we got this. We got to hook the battery up. And then we got to make sure it should turn off, right? When we hook the battery up.
Yeah, when we hook the battery up and we start it, the airbag light should be off.
Should be off. And then we'll drive it and make sure it stays off. But so far so good. Let's hook the battery up.
Are we ready to take it for a test drive or what?
I think we're ready to take it for a test drive. I mean, we can close that down and turn it on and see if it works, and
Clean some stuff out of the front seat.
yeah, clean some stuff up and then test drive to see if this works. So before we tear open that old one to see how that actually works on the inside, which I'm quite curious about, we are going to start it and see if, at least in park here, because it shouldn't be off. So there's two tests. First we got to start it and make sure it's off, and then we got to drive it and make sure as we're turning around it doesn't do anything weird like the other one was doing. Yeah, because the other one was going on and off. Okay, well, let's go for it, man. Let's see. Come on, baby.
Oh, that's why they're flashing.
Oh, we did have that on?
Oh, the airbag light went off.
Sweet, dude. Sweet.
Now hopefully it stays off.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. All right, well, let's crack the Batcave door and go for this baby for a drive. Woo! Nothing yet. We're gonna turn right here. But did it go off like one way, one turn one way, or just either turning?
I didn't pay that much attention to it, to be honest with you.
Man, that's nothing. Oh yeah, there you go. That's loud. That's another thing we got to fix. That doesn't turn off or on, or it's like full blast. I guess it turns off
all
and
or
on.
nothing.
All or nothing. Okay, there's another left-hand turn. Wow, this is great. So far, so good.
Yeah.
We'll do some more turning. We'll come back and give you the report on whether it worked off a little bit of a drive, and then take that apart. I want to take that old one apart and see how that actually works. I'm very curious about that. Maybe we can even figure out what went wrong in it, because it's a common problem. Maybe we'll be able to see when we tear it open. That's gonna be cool. So we're turning this back on because there was a conversation happening about the options on this vehicle and parts to buy, and like you were saying, you can buy a bunch of aftermarket ones.
Yeah, so like the clock spring that we just replaced, we can get them from Amazon from who knows where for fairly cheap, $35-ish, something like that. But you know, I couldn't tell if they were exactly right for the vehicle or not. Sometimes they'd say things like, you know, without fog lights or something. So I didn't know if it would be not functioning correctly when I put it in for all the options this vehicle has. So I ended up buying the Dorman one, which is more of a brand name.
Yeah, well, and this is airbag we're talking about here. That's not like a little thing. That's like could save your life kind of a thing. I don't think that's the one to personally cut corners on the part. Others I do. I'm big on aftermarket stuff. But
I originally was looking for an actual Mopar one, and I found what I think is the right one, but then when I went, you know, check it online, you know, check for fitment or whatever, the Mopar Parts Giant and other websites I was looking at were all like, we can't tell if this is going to be correct for your vehicle or not. I'm like, even with the VIN you can't tell? So I didn't buy the $400 one.
Well, yeah, that's kind of expensive. So anyway, I think it's worth doing it. I'm sure we can get a link for this one.
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure.
You know? Yeah, we'll find the one for this one. We're back. That worked. I believe it's a complete success. Now we got to open this up and see what the problem was. I think would be really cool, don't you think?
I don't know if we'll see what the problem is, but we'll see how it works maybe.
See how it works, and maybe we'll find the problem. All right, let's see. I think the easiest way just be to punch this down through there.
As long as you don't do it too violently.
Yeah, let me get a hammer and tap
Go
that.
fling, and then we don't know how it worked because it's now in 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, maybe if I hold it. That's tougher than I thought. There we go, there we go, there we go.
Popped around the rim.
That's perfect, actually. Oh, there are little tabs here. See those little tabs? And then another little tab right there, which I might just be able to get with a little screwdriver. Yeah, okay, so that's how that comes apart. At least till you get to here. Oh, there's more of these, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. That's it. So you could actually take this apart without destroying it if you wanted to. Oh, look at that coil.
Big ribbon.
The big ribbon in here. Wow, that's kind of neat.
We broke it.
Dang it.
Not gonna be able to put that one back in.
Wow, look at that. That's kind of neat to know how that works. So who knows what? There's nothing that turns there. So this must be cracked, because if this is just something that spins and there isn't, I mean, if this just spins and there's nothing that actually connection changes, and it must just be that this is getting worn out.
It could get work hardened and cracked somewhere in the ribbon.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
fail
kind of
on
neat.
one end or the other.
Cool. Hopefully we've shown you how to take this apart so it's easier, because once you know, right, that's half the battle. Go Joe.
Go Joe.
Check out some other videos about the Jeep. We're going to take you out on behalf of myself, which is Uncle Jake. This man right here, Dr. Torque, as he adjusts his hat. We love you very much. It's a fist bump of friendship. Whoop-ow. I didn't know that was recording. Hey, it's recording something. I don't know what. All right. Ready?
Sure.
Ready for your close-up?
Sure.
Okay.
Would it be safer to drive with the battery unhooked all the time?
Probably would, because then you never leave your driveway. It's time for my close-up.
Bag.
Yeah, just so we're filming when it goes off in my face. I would really hate to miss that if it happened.